As winter approaches, Europe faces a sense of unease, unlike any in recent memory. The air is thick with anticipation, and a quiet anxiety settles over cities and towns. People hurry along the streets, bundled tightly against the biting wind, their faces etched with concern. The usual winter routines now feel overshadowed by a growing sense of uncertainty. The date is November 25th, 2025, and the usual festive chatter has shifted to urgent talk of the weather. In cafes and markets, conversations are dominated by forecasts and preparations rather than holiday plans. The spirit of the season feels muted, replaced by a collective focus on what lies ahead. This year, meteorologists warn of a winter that could break records, one marked by sustained severe cold. Weather experts appear daily on television, their tones serious as they explain the rare atmospheric patterns developing over the continent. The warnings are clear. This is not a typical winter. The culprit, a weakened polar vortex and a stubborn high-pressure block over the North Atlantic, has opened a direct corridor for Siberian air to sweep into Europe. This rare combination of atmospheric forces is funneling frigid air masses straight from the east, setting the stage for a prolonged and intense cold spell. This beast from the east could be stronger and more persistent than anything seen in decades. Meteorologists are drawing comparisons to historic cold snaps, but warn that this event could surpass them in both duration and severity, with the potential to disrupt life across the continent for weeks on end. Long-range forecasts now show deep, penetrating cold, with the potential for widespread, heavy snowfall and relentless winds. Rural areas may become isolated, and even major cities could struggle to keep roads and infrastructure clear. The threat of blizzards and whiteout conditions looms large, making travel hazardous and daily routines unpredictable. The implications are profound. Governments are bracing for energy crises, and families worry about soaring heating bills. Emergency meetings are underway as officials plan for increased demand on power grids and the possibility of fuel shortages. Households are already feeling the strain, with many wondering how they'll afford to keep warm if the cold persists. This winter could disrupt daily life across the continent, demanding serious preparation. Schools may close, businesses could face interruptions, and communities will need to rally together to help the most vulnerable. The simple act of getting to work or school could become a daily challenge. We're not just facing cold, we're facing a series of impactful weather events. Media, montage of extreme winter weather events in Europe, shots of icy roads, fallen trees and snowdrifts in various European locations. From relentless snowstorms to dangerous ice, the continent must prepare for a cascade of challenges that will test resilience and resourcefulness. Blizzards, damaging frosts and gale-force winds are all in the forecast. These conditions threaten not only transportation and infrastructure, but also the safety and well-being of millions. Power outages, frozen pipes and treacherous roads could become daily realities. The time to act is now, before the first major storm arrives. Stocking up on essentials, checking heating systems, and looking out for neighbors will be crucial in the weeks ahead. Europe stands on the brink of a winter that will demand vigilance, cooperation, and determination from everyone. To truly grasp the severity of this winter, it's important to look back and see how things have changed over the years. By comparing 2025 to previous winters, we can better understand just how unusual and challenging this season is shaping up to be. Last year, for example, Europe experienced a notably mild and wet winter. The polar vortex remained stable, keeping the harsh Arctic air locked away and allowing milder, wetter conditions to dominate much of the continent. Snowfall was rare outside of Scandinavia and parts of Eastern Europe. Major cities like Paris, London and Berlin saw more rain than snow, with many people barely needing to bundle up for the cold. This year, however, the weather pattern has completely flipped. A dominant easterly flow is now set to bring frigid, bone-chilling air straight from the Eurasian interior, sweeping across the continent. Unlike the brief but intense beast from the east event in 2018, current forecasts are warning of multiple successive waves of extreme cold and snow, each one compounding the last. This isn't just a single storm passing through. Instead, it's a persistent, relentless pattern that could lock much of Europe into a deep freeze for weeks or even months, with snow piling up and temperatures staying dangerously low. As a result, infrastructure, energy grids, and public services across Europe will be tested as never before. The demands on heating, transportation, and emergency response could reach unprecedented levels. Strategies and preparations that worked last year when conditions were mild will simply not be enough to cope with the challenges of this harsher winter. Communities will need to adapt quickly. This is a winter that demands to be taken seriously. Preparation is not just recommended, it's absolutely essential for everyone, from families to governments to weather what could be one of the toughest seasons in recent memory. Europe's top forecasting centers are in rare agreement this season, a situation that doesn't happen often in the world of meteorology. Experts from across the continent are coming together, analyzing the latest data and sharing their insights. Their consensus is clear. A severe and potentially historic winter is on the horizon for much of Europe. Recent model updates, which now incorporate advanced Arctic and stratospheric data, are pointing to a high probability of a negative North Atlantic oscillation. This, combined with signs of a sudden stratospheric warming event, is raising alarms among weather professionals. These rare atmospheric phenomena can disrupt the polar vortex, unleashing waves of frigid Arctic air that sweep across the continent, bringing sudden and intense cold snaps. The latest ensemble models now show a strong chance of this setup developing in early to mid-December, setting the stage for a frigid and snowy start to the winter season. A persistent blocking high near Greenland or Scandinavia is expected to divert the jet stream, flooding much of Europe with cold easterly winds and increasing the risk of prolonged cold spells. What's truly remarkable is the speed and unanimity of these forecasts. Such strong agreement is rare, especially for long-range predictions that usually come with significant uncertainty. Multiple respected models from different institutions and countries are now telling the same story, reinforcing the credibility of this forecast. The message is clear. A cold, blocked and snowy winter is likely, with the potential for significant disruptions to daily life, travel and infrastructure. This is a robust, cross-institutional signal. With so many experts in agreement, Europe must take these warnings seriously and begin preparations now to face what could be one of the harshest winters in recent memory. The UK Met Office has shifted from caution to direct warnings the country is vulnerable to bitter easterly winds. Daytime temperatures may struggle above freezing, even in the south, with major cities facing disruptive snowfall and blizzard conditions. Prolonged ice days and heavy snow could isolate rural communities and paralyze transport. Germany faces even deeper cold, with the DWD warning of Kahl frost, severe frost without snow cover, threatening crops and infrastructure. Major cities like Berlin and Cologne will see sustained cold, straining the energy grid. Lake effect snow and freezing rain events could bring black ice and widespread disruption. Both nations are bracing for a winter that will test their resilience. The message is clear. Prepare for severe, persistent cold. Blizzards, combining heavy snow, strong winds and near-zero visibility, could become routine across northern and central Europe. These storms can shut down airports, close highways, and leave communities stranded. The wind-driven snow creates deep drifts, making roads impassable and recovery slow. Power outages are likely as heavy snow brings down lines and trees. Deep, prolonged frost poses a silent threat. Frozen pipes, damaged infrastructure and costly repairs. Agriculture is at risk. Black frost can devastate crops and livestock, impacting food supplies for months. The ripple effects will be felt long after the thaw. Preparation is critical to minimize disruption and damage. This winter's cold will be matched by relentless gale-force winds. Gusts up to 70 mm threaten structural damage, downed trees, and hazardous travel. Wind chill will make temperatures feel far colder, increasing the risk of frostbite and hypothermia. Coastal areas face flooding and erosion as easterly gales drive waves ashore. The wind will also worsen blizzards, create ground drifts, and frustrate snow-clearing efforts. Supply chains and maritime operations could be severely disrupted. The psychological toll of constant wind and isolation should not be underestimated. A severe cold spell means a massive surge in energy demand. Grids and gas supplies across Europe will be pushed to their limits as millions turn up the heat. High pressure can reduce wind power, and snow can disable solar panels, forcing reliance on gas, coal, and nuclear. Authorities are preparing for possible rolling blackouts to prevent grid collapse. For households, the impact will be felt in soaring energy bills and potential supply interruptions. Vulnerable families will be hit hardest, making energy efficiency and conservation vital. The strain on the grid is not abstract. It affects every home. Preparation and efficiency are more important than ever. With a severe winter looming, preparation is essential. Seal drafts, insulate your home, and service your heating system now. Know how to shut off your water in case of frozen pipes. Stock up on non-perishable food, water, medications, and emergency supplies. Prepare a winter kit for your car, scraper, shovel, blanket, and more. Check weather and travel reports before any journey. If advised not to travel, stay home. Dress in layers, eat hot meals, and keep warm blankets handy. Look out for vulnerable neighbors and relatives. A simple check-in can save lives. Community support is crucial during extreme weather. The best defense is preparation. Start now. The message is clear. A severe winter is coming and preparation is vital. Forecasts are unusually aligned, pointing to a colder, snowier, and windier season than Europe has seen in years. Stay informed, monitor updates from trusted weather services, and heed all warnings. Don't take risks. If advised to stay home, do so for your safety and others. This winter will test our resilience, but preparation and community support can mitigate the worst impacts. Stock up, insulate, and have an emergency kit ready. Look out for one another, especially the vulnerable. By staying vigilant and ready, we can face whatever this winter brings together.